as the market is losing its shit, you can't tell me that when the market was down 9%, you can't tell me when the market did it again and was down 4%, you can't tell me that you're like, yeah, great buying opportunities. Give me a freaking break here. Good afternoon, outliers. How are y'all doing today? Happy Wednesday. I hope the first half of your week has been incredible. And I hope the second half of your week gets even better. Thank you so much for joining us here today. Let's see who's here. Michael is here. Good to see you, Michael. Wes, Alex is here. Dave is here. Tug is here. Jean-Louis here. Leo's here. Everybody is here. Glad you all could make it today. We've got a lot to cover today, as we always do every single day, right? Is there ever a day when I don't have a lot to cover? Clearly not. We've got too much to do, right? I saw this video. I haven't watched it yet. I haven't watched any of it yet. So this is 100% blind for me. But this is from the channel called Game of Trades. And this is the final rally, right? It's the final countdown. Do-do-do. Randy's here. Do-do-do. Let's just watch the video. Shut up, Chris.
The same thing happen again and again and again on US stocks. It's always the same setup. For some reason, everyone is always shocked when it happens again. Today's stocks are now surging at all-time highs, squeezing anybody who is betting short on the market and making all of the investors that panic sold their investments during this period of volatility regret their decision. Just
not us. I'll just put it that way, right? In fact, I got it on the chart when we went to cash, etc., right? We started trading again, like, I don't remember how long the break was, but we started trading again on August 19th, made a ton of money during this time frame, went to cash on September 3rd, and we just started trading again on September 24th, right? Now, did anybody panic here? I know I didn't. I was just following the rules, right? There's no point in panicking here. Max, dude, with the dab. I love it. All right.
last week, investors withdrew a record $3.46 billion from global equity funds, right before the stock market breaks out of a multi-month consolidation range to continue its strong uptrend. Now, we're happy to say that we didn't flip bearish during this period of volatility. We even suggested that these dips were...
I'm happy to say I didn't flip bearish either. Thank you. Some rules kept me from losing money.
Good buying opportunities to go long on stocks to our clients. We initiated many trades during this period that are up.
All right. I have a problem with this right here. Forward looking. Yeah, great buying opportunity, right? In that moment, you can't tell me that you said great buying opportunity. As the market is losing its shit, right? You can't tell me that when the market was down 9%, you can't tell me when the market did it again and was down 4%, you can't tell me that you're like, yeah, great buying opportunities. Give me a freaking break here. See, that's the difference between people who talk stuff on the internet and who do stuff, right? We're the people who do stuff. We're the people who make trades. You can go back to watch every single trading day what we're doing. Whereas, this is a great buying opportunity. Give me a freaking break.
Significantly. That's because we saw something happen that we've already seen multiple times since the bottom in 2022. Leading into every single one of these bottoms, oil prices in the United States were falling. This signal that I'm going to be explaining to you is what allowed us to get aggressively bullish towards the end of 2023 and in April of 2024.
Gee, I don't think my eyes can roll hard enough. What you doing? Stuff. I don't think my eyes can roll hard enough on this, Michael.
And over the last few months, we've seen one of the largest drawdowns in oil prices of the last couple of years. Now, you might be thinking to yourself, doesn't falling oil prices mean the economy is weakening, and so that's a bad thing for the stock market? Well, yes, that's sometimes the case, but it wasn't the case this time around. This chart, for example, has been telling us that financial markets are not yet concerned about a recession. This is the high-yield bond ETF. High-yield bonds are more commonly known as junk bonds. This is a part of financial markets that is very sensitive to economic weakness. And look at what junk bonds have been doing more recently. They've been making new 52-week highs consistently since July of 2024. Not exactly a sign of market stress. If we rewind to the 2008 financial crisis, this is what junk bonds were doing heading into the crisis. Quite a different look.
Okay, so let's go back just a second there. Decent analysis here, right? That's good to know. I didn't know that. Junk bonds were falling off a cliff going into 2008. Yet right now they're hitting 52-week highs. Interesting correlation. Let's continue to see what he says.
Today, although you may not agree with them, analysts have actually been increasing their estimates for S&P 500 earnings. Now, they don't just do this randomly. It means
Earnings is driven by inflation, right? Consider it this way, right? If we're talking about units sold, that's a different story. Units sold, I bet, is way down. Units sold across any category, cars, Happy Meals, whatever. Units sold, I am sure, is way down, whereas prices on those units is up. So therefore, overall earnings is up.
means that they're getting good guidance from the companies themselves, and that S&P 500 companies are not currently extremely worried about a recession. So the result of this is that we have falling oil prices in an economy that's still, for now, growing. And every single time that we've seen that over the last couple of years, it has led to a drop in US interest rates. And that's a pretty big deal. It happened in November 2022, in March 2023, in November 2023, in May of 2024, and in August of 2024. And in every single one of these instances, it has propped up the stock market's valuations. And we can see that very clearly on this chart of S&P 500.
Common conspiracy theorist, but I mean, go ahead. Like in the chat, go ahead. Isn't there an election this year? And don't they usually try and bring down oil prices like every time there's an election? And prop up the market every time there's an election? Tug says, armchair quarterbacks have 2020 hindsight, right? Brian says, hello, everyone. It is glorious because it is your birthday. Happy birthday, Brian. Everybody say happy birthday to Brian. Brian said, or Michael says, have a happy birthday, my friend. Let's get you some presents today.
PE ratios. This is December of 2022, March of 2023, November of 2023, May of 2024, and in August of this year, we've gotten that same signal yet again. So we can do a simple calculation. The S&P 500 price is determined by the earnings and the price to earnings. And as I showed you, earnings are still growing, and the price to earnings are being pushed higher by falling interest rates. That's why when the market fell by around 10% in August, we sent out a buy alert on SVIX to our clients that made a quick 20% trade on the day itself. Perhaps if you're watching this, you were shaken out by news outlets panicking on recessionary news and on YouTubers flipping bearish on the market. If that's the case, the service that we provide on our website is...
Give me a break. This guy's so full of shit, I can't even smell right. Sorry, pardon my French there. I was hoping for more... I was hoping for more analysis than, hey, remember when the market was going down and we told everybody to buy? We're awesome. Yeah, sure. All right, let's catch up here. Goran's here. Everybody's saying happy birthday to Brian. Alex says Libra Kings in the house. Very cool. All right, let's jump into our market analysis. And you know what? We're going to do some real market analysis. We're not going to armchair quarterback this. We're going to take a look at actually what is going on and make some trades around it. Let's go. Still clicking buttons. Hang on. There we go. Welcome to the Outlier Trading Room. This is smart trading made simple. And as an outlier, you know how to save time, make money, start winning with less risk. And for those of you who don't know me, my name is Christopher Ewell. I've twice been awarded top 100 people in finance. I've been successfully trading since 2009, not fakely trading since 2009. I'm a partner with Outlier, and this is my style of trading using Outlier's data. And I call it the golden ticket trading strategy. Now, real quick, how does Outlier work? It's a 4-step process. Number one, Outlier monitors how investors are reacting to changing market conditions, news, price movements, and the economy. Number two, Outlier determines if investors are acting irrationally, fearful, or greedy, and by how much. Number three, Outlier gives buy and sell signals when those irrational behaviors reach an extreme. And number four, allowing you to get into the stock before the outlier move happens. So let's go over today's highlight real quick on the Discord, today's member highlight. All right, so in the Discord, not a whole lot going on last couple days. We talked about Michael yesterday. KX Chan, I'm not sure who that is or if he's watching live, he or she, if they're watching live. But if you are, I'm glad you're putting some notes in the Discord here. Had a question about the trading strategy around the SPY yesterday through this flow chart right here. And he was asking about, did I buy, what's going on? Shouldn't you have bought yesterday, etc. Right? And basically he says, so was it not considered a trade day yesterday? And it absolutely was, right? Through this workflow, was it a signal day? Yes. Is breadth and price both trending in the same direction? Yes. Backtest was positive. Yes. Does the overlay, the green overlay in Outlier, match the trend? Yes. Was it above yesterday's high? Yes. enter now. And so we went through there, we looked at the options on the SPY, and honestly, they were just too expensive for me. So I did not trade SPY yesterday. However, you totally could have, right? Because it was above the prior day's high. So I was just explaining that. So do me a favor, please be sure to continue to put all of your questions and wins and everything else that you're doing in the Discord, because we want to take care of you, right? My objective here every day is to basically give you the best experience possible. This is one-to-many coaching that we can do every single day, and I love to do it, right? So be sure to put what you need in any way that we can help. If I can help you, or if you can help each other, please do so in the Discord. And remember, the first rule of Outlier is you tell everyone about Outlier, and you hit the like button, because I know you're already subscribed. So let's take a look at the market. We need to see the 10 over the 20, price over the 50, which we have. The 10 is over the 20, price is over the 50. We're going to remove these items here. So the market is trending higher. Next, let's take a look at the market breadth. And so that's the number of stocks on the bull list, the number of stocks getting buy signals. Let's go to the market breadth right there. We're going to let it load. And still loading. There it goes. We're going to shove this all the way to the right. And we're going to put on the 10 EMA. And we can see here, this is continuing to move higher. Current value on that is 65.91%. So 66% of stocks in the market have a buy signal. That's bullish to me, right? Now, once it reaches 75 and then changes direction, once it gets like 73, 74, 75, 76, and then back down to 75, that's when I'm going to stop trading. But until that point, let's continue forward. So we have the SPY signal still shows a buy on the market. That's what we want to see right there. We still have the market trend pushing higher. We still have market breadth pushing higher. And all the sectors except for industrials. Oh, you can't see that. All the sectors except for industrials and real estate are bullish. So we won't look at any stocks in those sectors. We're going to continue forward, right? The master key has unlocked the rest of it for us. Now, before we do anything, we need to look to reduce risk. Before we add new trades, we need to reduce risk. So we're going to go through our exit criteria real quick on the two stocks that we put on yesterday. And if we need to take them off, we're going to take them off right now. And by taking them off now, instead of later, we'll have more capital to trade with now, right? Like that's the point of doing it in this order, right? I mean, let's say you've got a $100,000 account and you've got 20,000 all put into those two stocks, right? Well, if we need to take them both off, now you have all 100,000 back to trade with again, right? So there's a process, there's an order to this, right? I've been doing this for a while. I know what I'm doing. So follow along. Let's go to first is Light, L-I-T-E. And yesterday we got in at 6101. The half ATR was at 59.78. You remember setting that up with me. So it's not below there. The 10 EMA is down here at 59.09. No issues right there. Let's continue on. So that was the 10 EMA or the half ATR. There's no order blocks ahead of us, which looks great. And the outlier heat map, let's take a look on LITE. By the way, I got to say, thank you all for watching. This is the most number of live viewers I have had maybe ever. So super stoked that all of you are here. Be sure you say hi if you haven't done so already. We're looking right here. Yesterday's heat map value is G16. Today is G18. So it continues to move up. So the heat map has not stalled. And then lastly, we got in at G16. So I give it a 10-point spread. So I've written on the chart, G26 is my exit point. So light stays on, no issues there. Scene, C-I-E-N. Also up today, not below the 10 EMA, not below the half ATR. There's no order blocks in our way. Right, that's these three here. Outlier heat map, let's go take a look at Scene, C-I-E-N. Yorn's here. How you doing, Yorn? CIEN. Yesterday was at G21 when we entered. Right now it's at G23. So the heat map has not stalled. Heat map continues to rises. And I would look to get out at G31 selling into strength. So that's 10 points higher, which is what I've got marked on the chart. So the two that we put on yesterday are two that I would continue to hold today. If you didn't already buy them, They're within, this is 30, 40 cents from where I got in. This is literally right where I got in. It may still be an entry point that you could consider, right? I'm not going to tell you to or not to buy it, but they're not far off from where I got in. So I'm going to run the screener. It's going to make sure it has a positive backtest over 1 million average daily volume, a buy signal, the oscillator moving up, all market caps greater than $20, most of everything on the heat map, and then has an uptrend overlay. So when I run the screener, give me just a moment here. All right, I'm running my outlier bullish. We can see we've got quite a few, including some big names you're going to recognize like Netflix today and Tesla today. So I took that list and I dropped it into the spreadsheet here. And this just checks that all the sectors are lined up bullish as well. So this is our list here. This is 12 stocks. I dropped those stocks into TrendSpider already. Outlier bull list, all 12 of those. And the next step is to run a quick chart scanner, right? We're going to make sure there's no order blocks in our way. There's no earnings the next 3 days. The 10, 20, 50 trend is moving in our direction, and it's above yesterday's low. Now, when I run this on these 12 stocks, not many pull through. Only 3. FI, NRG, and Venom. That's it, right? So we can take a look at a few of these and say why I wouldn't want to trade these, right? This is under the 10 EMA, has an order block in the way, and it's almost below yesterday's low. No, thank you. CF, below yesterday's low. No, thank you. EPD, below yesterday's low, below the 20, kissing the 50. No, thank you. FI, we like that one. Fiserv, 10, 20, 50s cross south. No, thank you. HSBC, below yesterday's low. Morgan Stanley, solidly within some order blocks right there. Netflix, is clear of an order block right here. It probably was ranking the fact that it was close to an order block. So we could take a second look at Netflix. I doubt that I would buy that just because the price of the option is going to be outside of what I like to trade. I have a $10 limit. This is going to be way more than that, but we can take a look at Netflix. Can't imagine any other reason why that wouldn't. Yeah, it must be that it's close to that order block. NRG, tandem order block right there and below yesterday's low. Tesla, a lot of order blocks, a lot of them. And then we've got Venom. So we're going to look at these 3: FI, NRG, Venom, and then we'll throw Netflix in there as well. So everybody else, I'm going to clear out my spreadsheet. FI, NRG, Venom, and Netflix. No, yes, no. FI, NRG, Venom, and Netflix. All right, that's the 4 we're going to look at. Nobody else. Next, we're going to confirm the heat map's not already stalled on these and start with the highest back test and work our way down. So the highest back test on these, 63%, 55%, 134%, 192%. I traded Venom earlier this year. I don't remember how that one went. Let me take a look at it real quick. I traded that one in March. And didn't work out well. Part of it, I'll tell you exactly why. Now, this is things we've learned since this point. The SPY signal was set to sell, and the market breadth was also bearish. So it was not set up to buy with the golden, the master key. However, things have changed a lot since then. Let's continue on. Venom. Let's take a look at the heat map first, make sure it's not stalled. All right, taking a look at Venom. Yesterday's heat map value was R11. Today's heat map value is R6. If you're unfamiliar with OVTLYR, it's this area up here. So R11 yesterday, R6 today. So moving up into the greens, right? Moving from the reds into the greens. That's what we want to see. Moving from fear into greed. I like that. And then let's go take a look at Venom's options chain. Oh, it's Viper Energy. Okay, so my son loves Venom from Spider-Man. So yeah, there you go. That's it. I don't have anything else to go along with it. But he'll be interested to know that I looked at trading Venom today. Not much liquidity here. Let's go over what I want to see. 21 days to expiration, 250 plus open interest, less than 50-cent bid-ask spread, 20% or less extrinsic value, roughly the 80 delta. If I look at the 80 delta, it's only got 21 open interest. 73 delta, 31 open interest, 62 delta, 192, and then it's basically 50% extrinsic. Let's look at November. There's nobody there either. And there's probably no weeklies for this one, is there? No weeklies here. So I will not trade Venom. I have to disappoint my son because there's just not liquidity there. Liquidity trumps all. All right, let's go to NRG next, 134% on the back test. Let's go look at the heat map. And let's shove this to the right. Yesterday was G13. Today is G14. That looks good. Let's go here to NRG. Oh, see, that's the difference right there. Look at all these liquidities. Look at all these liquidities here. 85 delta has 3,250. Thank you very much. I'll be glad to trade that. Ooh, but that's way too wide. Way too wide. 950 to 1090. What the heck happened here? Let's give that a minute. Every once in a while, things spread out like that, which is one of the reasons I will never put an order in to sell to close when something like this happens. Yeah, it's coming down. It's already down a lot. It's still coming down. Let's come back to energy. Netflix. No, FI is next. Lots of liquidity here. 922. This is 30 cents wide, but over $12. I like it $10 or less. So if I come down to the 74, 637 looks good. This is 30 cents wide. 165 over 810. 20%. That'll work. Okay. So that one looks really sharp. Let's go back to NRG real quick. See if it's calmed down. Oh, yeah, look at that. Gave it a minute. It came right back. Okay. So I want to go with NRG first, and then we'll go to FI. Hey, Alex used to work for NRG. And you just hit 30-cent spread. Yeah. See, sometimes you give it a minute and it settles down. All right. I'm taking a look at NRG, October 18th. Doing this on my other screen. Looking at NRG, October 18th. Was the 80 calls. NRG, October 18th, 80 calls. It's 30 cents wide now. 92 cents over 980 is roughly 10%. I like it. All right. Yesterday, we were doing really good at getting filled at mid price. Let's see if we can do it again today. 965 is mid. Not filled. Let's try again. Trying to 75. Okay, I'm filled in 975 on NRG. NRG, October 18th, 975. Let me drop this in here for today. Today's the 25th. Trade number 1. Bought October 18th, NRG. That was the 80 calls, right? Yeah, 80 calls for 975. NRG current price is 88.78. Okay. NRG is good to go. And then we'll fill that in just a minute on the chart. Okay, so we're done with NRG. We need to go to FI. All right, saved it right there. Okay, so FI, October 18th, 170s. We've got $1.59 over 8. Let's just do that math again. So 19, so basically 20%. That looks great as well. FI, October 18th, 170 calls. Let's see if we can get filled at mid-price. We've had some decent luck getting filled at mid-price lately. FI, October 18th. 170s. Isn't that interesting? That we just got, hang on, I want to make sure I say it correctly. We just got the 80 strike calls for 975, and now we're looking at the 170 strike calls for 795. So interesting how option prices can change that much. Be sure you get the right position size. And then let's go with FI October 18th, 170 calls. I'm going to start at 795. Okay, not filled. Try 8. All right, in at 8. Let me lock it down real quick before it goes anywhere else. FI 170 calls at 8. Trade number 2. $170 calls or 8 on the nose. FI is currently trading at 176.43. Now it is close to yesterday's low, but it's not below it. 176.43. And from a risk perspective, right? If it goes below the 10, I'm out. So I'm not giving it much room. Okay. Like that is the point where I'm like, no, thank you. How much room is that? 176.23. What is that? 15 cents. So yeah, I'm not giving it much room at all to work. And if it works, great. If it doesn't, very, very, very tight risk. All right, let's go to Netflix. That was the final one. With the 55%. All right, let's go up to the 80 delta, which is like miles away. It's at $78. Told you I wouldn't be buying that one. Yeah. I mean, here's an idea. I'm not going to do this, but you could. You could do something like a debit spread where you could go like $10 wide. So 715, you'd buy the 715s, sell the 725s. That would cost you $5 to get in. But at a $10 wide spread, you're actually risking more than you could make. So at $10 minus 513, the very most you could make is 487. And the very most you could lose is 513. But in my opinion, the risk return right there is not good. It's not even 50%, right? Whereas any of the other ones, right? Let's just go to FI real quick. Like, let's say I buy this at $8. This could turn around and be $16 by the time I get out of it. I'm not capping my upside here. So that's one of the reasons why I don't trade spreads anymore. You totally could, but I don't. So that's going to wrap all the new trades today, right? We put on 2. We put on 2, held 2. Yeah. We put on NRG and we put on FI. So let's go to the charts real quick and put in our risk so we know exactly where we're going to get out tomorrow. if we need to get out, right? For tomorrow, I should say. I'm going to go ahead and for this one here, I'm just going to throw the half ATR as at the 10 EMA. I don't even need to calculate the half ATR because the half ATR is going to be greater than the 10 EMA. Where did we get in on FI though? 176.43. Then one ATR up from there. ATR value is 270 right now. 176.43 plus 2.7. 179.13. And then again, 181.83. That'll work. So if price goes up to here, I will look to roll, and rolling, as all of you outliers can attest to, is one of the coolest things ever. All right, let me make sure I add this to my main list here. Now let's go to NRG, and we'll throw this on here. And NRG, we got in at 88.78. Opening. $88.78. Half ATR. Current ATR price is $270. $1.35. So $1.35 below that. 87.43. Okay. And one ATR above that. 91.48. And again, 94.18. Perfect. Let's do real quick, go over here. We got in NRG at G14. So my rule is to sell into strength at a 10-point spread, which would be G25. Right? No. 10-point spread, G14, G24, Chris. All right, add that to my main list. And then let's go back to FI real quick. And so FI. Current value is at G38. Wait, did I do that wrong? I did. Look, heat map G38 yesterday, heat map G38 today. That is a trading error. How did I miss that? Okay, I need to sell FI right now because that is an exit signal. Outlier heat map stalls. I need to close that right now on FI. So let me do this. Reply. Closed FI. All right, we need to go close FI at this very moment. That is a trading error on my part. Okay. Oh, maybe we can get 805. That'd be okay. That'd be okay. We got into 8. Looking to close FI 170s. I'm going to put it in at 805 and let it rest. We can let it rest for just a minute. How did I miss that? I guess I didn't check it up here before going to it. All right, still not filled just yet. Give it another couple minutes. See on the 5-minute. Yeah, I bet we can get 805. Filled 805. Done. Get out. Done. Thank you very much. I'll take a nickel. Closed FI. So annoying. 170 calls for 805. I suppose you could throw that as I don't have time to calculate that. Let me just do this. Reason being was heat map stall trading error on entry. Okay, I'll take it. Annoyed, but I'll take it. So FI, I'm not even looking at that anymore. I'm annoyed at myself. FI didn't do anything wrong. I did that wrong. So that leaves us with light, scene, order blocks are on the 5-minute chart. Light, scene, and NRG. So back to 3. I'll take a nickel every once in a while. Hopefully, if you got into that trade, you also were able to get out with a nickel. So that's going to wrap it for today. Of course, we did a lot. Kept 2 on, put 2 on, took 1 off. So we ended up with a net position of 3 right now. So again, thank you so much for being an outlier. It's awesome to see this many people live, right? We do this every single day at 3:15 Eastern time. So I hope you can be there, right? And thank you so much again for being an outlier. We literally could not do this without you. And we want to pay you back every single day by helping you save time, make money, and start winning with less risk. And don't forget, we are at the very tail end of offering the annual pass for only $2.99. That's 82 cents a day. You want to take advantage of that because that goes away next week. And don't forget, the first rule of Outlier is you tell everyone about Outlier. And you guys have been absolutely killing it on hitting the like button. I know you're already subscribed, so please do me a favor, hit that like button, let YouTube know that you like this kind of content. And thank you. Thank you again so much for coming today. And I'll see you right back here tomorrow. Have a fantastic afternoon. We'll talk soon.